I grew up in church, and my whole life growing up through church as a child, missions was always an interest of mine. And in 7th grade, I went on a mission trip to New Orleans, and that was when God really called me to missions. I didn't know what it meant, but I knew that I was called.
While I was in college, God began to give me a heart for the nations. God called me and my wife, we were dating at the time, to the Philippines. And while there, God began to open my eyes for the first time, wider than they'd ever been before, to just understanding the darkness throughout the world, the great need of going to the nations.
It finally became clear what God had been doing all along, that back in 7th grade, that this was what He had been preparing me for, and that He wanted us to do this together.
As God has called us to serve among the people of South Asia, one of the most important things that I believe God is going to use are the churches that we're partnering with through the Alabama Acts 1-8 connections.
We're getting ready to go to an unfamiliar place with unfamiliar people and do things we've never done before. And to know that we have so many people who are here in Alabama on the ground praying for us, who aren't just saying that they're praying, but are really praying for us regularly, is such a blessing to us.
Our faith family here at First Baptist Holly Pond wants to be a part of the ministry and their service as God continues to lead them to the mission field.
God is using all types of people for all kinds of things. He's even using people like us to go and to spread His gospel and to spread His word. And as we go and do that, the number one most important thing for us is the prayer support that we have from our partner churches.
And the Alabama Acts 1-8 Connections has been kind of an organized strategy, a way that we can really express the intentions of our heart to make sure that we're partnering with them, teaming up with them, and just gives us an organized approach to stay in touch with them. It's something that we're just hoping that the church continues to grow in their understanding that we're not called just to reach the people of Holly Pond, but we're called to reach the nations.
We desperately, desperately need people to continue to pray on our behalf for His name to be made great among the nations. And we look forward to seeing how God is going to use your prayers to continue to further His kingdom for His name's sake.